Happy May, superstars. It's Magi Helena. Here's the astrological forecast for May 2020 in all 6 astrology dimensions. I'm the only woman and one of only 2 certified level 4 Magi astrologers, the highest level, and I've helped thousands of people across the US and in 40 countries around the world to understand how to use their personal right timing to help them achieve love and success. Please subscribe here on YouTube and then click the bell on the right so you'll know as soon as new astrology videos drop. So May's not a great month. There are only 5 best days in the whole month and 11 worst ones. So if we're still staying in, at least we aren't missing a bunch of great days for natalizations. And even though we may still be staying in a lot in May, it doesn't mean that this time is lost or wasted. Many silver linings can come from a period of dark clouds. Stay inspired and use this time well. May has 2 runs of worst days and 2 singleton worst days. In the first portion of the long first run of worst days in May, there's a Sun clash with Saturn in geocentric zodiac 7, and Chiron is in a heartbreak contraparallel with the Saturn-Sedna midpoint in the declinations. Earth is in a heartbreak clash with the Saturn-Chiron midpoint in Helio Z7, and Lilith is tightly applying to Earth in the Helio latitudes. Later, during this first run of worst days in Helio, Earth is in a T-square with Midas and the Saturn-Neptune midpoint, and in a really nasty invincible spearhead with Juno, Mercury, the Saturn-Neptune midpoint, Pluto, the Saturn-Jupiter midpoint, and with Lilith conjunct Xanthus forming the shaft of the spear. Mercury-ruled things like communications of all kinds will likely be very negatively impacted, so take great care during these days. The second run of worst days has Sun contraparallel Saturn and the Saturn-Jupiter midpoint. Also, Chiron is in a heartbreak contraparallel with the Saturn-Sedna midpoint. In Helio, Earth is square the Saturn-Chiron heartbreak midpoint and opposite Sedna. And in Helio zodiac 7, a fortress of Chiron, Sedna, Lilith, the Saturn-Venus midpoint, and Ceres does not look likely to bring much good at all. For best days, we have 2 pairs and 1 singleton. In both pairs of best days, Sun is in a separating contraparallel with Jupiter, which will create some very nice progressions in the progressed transits for anything natalized during those days. In the first pair of best days in Geo 7, Sun is in a yod with financial planets Ixion and Midas. In Helio 7, Earth is in a mystical triangle with Vesta and Chiron. Synced with this mystical triangle is a yod with Vesta and Uranus, with Earth at the apex. These should be good days for relationships of all kinds, for teamwork, and for any Uranus-ruled endeavors. In Helio zodiac 7, a big fortress of Earth, Midas, Vesta, and Neptune, synced with angelic Diana, brings more friendship and good guidance toward financial opportunities. In the second pair of best days in May, Sun is in a big symmetrical triangle with Diana and financial planet Quaoar in zodiac 7. In Helio 12, Sun is conjunct Venus and just barely misses being part of a nice fortress of Venus, Mercury, Vesta, and Uranus. In the Helio latitudes, Venus and Uranus are contralatitude with their midpoint applying to Earth. In Helio 7, Earth and Venus are in a fortress with Vesta, Diana, and Midas, and this fortress is synced with a fabulous symmetrical financial triangle of Venus, Neptune, and Midas. I just want to remind you that the only way to get maximum help from the stars to create love and money in your life is to always factor in your own personal cycles too. There's a great coupon to try one of my instant personal astrology calendars almost free in the link in the text below. If you don't see it, click Show More. To see the specific best and worst days for May 2020, click another link in the text below. If you liked this video, please click like. Thank you. If not, click dislike. If there's someone you know that should see this video, please share it with them. Remember, subscribe on YouTube for more astrology videos. And please visit me on MagiHelena.com for info on your personal best and worst timing, how to understand your relationships, and more. Get there now. Text astrology to 51555. Once again, I want to send out a heartfelt thank you to all of our essential workers now. Thank you so much for your dedication and heroism. And I want to wish all of you a marvelous May.